Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from Iris Lane, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Sunday, oh wow, there's the moon up there. Can you see her? Ooh, what a treat. There she is. She's in Aquarius, guys. Yep, moved into Aquarius early this morning while I was sleeping. Aquarius is a out of the box, let's all work together to make the world a better place kind of moon. And boy, do we need the Aquarius moon, don't we? So today, to help out, well, I actually think the Aquarius moon is helping this out, but today we actually have the first of 3 conjunctions between Chiron, the planetary body associated with the wounded healer energy, but also the balm to heal the wound. Chiron is always an energy both about the wound and about the fact that it's sort of like homeopathy in that like heals like. And so, what is that old expression? Oh my God, there's an expression, the hair of the dog, the hair of the dog, right? It's like a little bit of the poison to help the cure kind of thing. But Chiron has been in Aries now for many years, but even longer in Aries, and who gets maybe the prize for the longest time in Aries. Eris, the goddess of discord, in Aries since 1925. Yep. When I was born, Eris was at 11 degrees, and I'm 63. So now it's at 25. And guess what else is at 25? Chiron. So today we have a conjunction between Chiron and Eris. And Eris is the goddess of discord. Eris is a goddess that doesn't care what disruption she causes. In fact, the more elites that she upsets, the better she feels. Chiron and Aries can be the wound of selfhood, how you describe yourself, the rights to yourself. It's also, both Eris in Aries. Eris was Aries' sister, and she was a goddess of strife. She would go and follow Aries through the battlefield. And if she saw a wounded soldier, she would poke at their wounds. So she kind of has that wound-provoking, yet perhaps ultimately healing energy. There's a book about Eris by an astrologer out of San Francisco, Henry Seltzer. It's called The 10th Planet. I believe it's the first book on Eris. And he has seen that people with strong Erises in their chart tend to be rebellious and fight against the status quo. And of course, Chiron in Aries has a similar energy in that Chiron in Aries has this sense of having to fight for their rights to be who they are. So add those two things up, and we definitely have a revolutionary period of time that we're dealing with. And so today is the first of 3. We're going to have one more, I think, in the fall, and another one at the beginning of next year. This all sort of lines up with in a way, the Saturn. Well, Saturn's not quite in Aries yet, but the Saturn, Neptune, Aries energy. We have Neptune in Aries now, and Saturn will be going into Aries on the 24th. So this week, Saturn goes into Aries. I will get a week ahead out for you guys. to talk about that specifically. But that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And Aries is initiatory, right? It's about something new, new beginnings. And so, but before we can get to the new beginnings, we have to still release some of the old paradigm. And that's really what's happening now. Last night on Mystic Sisters, which was on Ona's channel, if you want to check it out, there's I talked about the idea of what you resist persists and the need to perhaps let go, which, I don't think that means you don't fight for what's right. I think you just let go of letting that energy define how you feel about life. You can it's like doing your job, but not taking your job home with you, right? They used to say that, don't take your job home with you. So that's kind of where it's at. But we can expect more rebellion. We can expect more rebellion. Now, as you see, this path has gotten quite green and overgrown. We have to get the guy to come in and mow, so he can mow some of this down so we can find our way. But I thought I'd take you through here because it's so very peaceful. Oh, goodness gracious. So, interesting week ahead. The main thing, of course, being Saturn moving into Aries. That's a big deal. Hasn't been in that degree of Aries since 1995. And, I have a very fond memory of the 90s. So it's like the Saturn return of my life in the 90s. I'm going to be reminiscing. I'm going to have to call my girlfriend who did a lot of the, what is that called? Partner in crime. There was no real crime, but there was a lot of fun though. That maybe my mother wouldn't have approved of, but that's another story for another day. We'll have to put that in the memoir. All right, guys. Looks like the dogwood now is at its final stage when it snows flower petals. But lots of things blooming. All that white is Russian olive. There's our beautiful Charlie amidst the what are those called? The yellow flowers, buttercups. Charlie and the buttercups. Yeah, Charlie, don't go near the road, sweetie. He doesn't, so I'm not worried, but he's just checking the house, just checking the perimeter. Charlie, come here. Yeah, he listens like a husband. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. We have an interesting week ahead. We'll walk the path together and talk to your friends. Moon in Aquarius. Gather and talk about what's important. Create the group consciousness that's going to bring us into a better place. That's Story, Morning Glories. Much love, everyone. Namaste.